time.
There is speculation that the Bank of England is going to announce that it's cutting interest rates to 0.25% today.
If it goes ahead, it'll be the first change in the rate in more than 7 years.
Ben is out and about. He's at a factory in Leicester this morning ahead of that decision, which is at noon. So Ben's finding out how businesses might react, how this rate decision, if it happens, could affect us as well. Morning, Ben.
Yeah, morning to you. Welcome to Leicester. There is a tendency, isn't there, just to think about interest rates when it comes to things like our mortgages and our savings. So that cut in rates today would mean that our mortgages get a bit cheaper and that savers, well, they'd lose out once again. But we're here talking about the effect on business, because what we're expecting is a cut in the interest rate, taking it to 0.25%. That would make it the lowest on record. Remember, it's already at a record low, so a cut could take it even further. But for businesses here, the ones that make stuff like this is tape used in the building trade. It means that they can expand more cheaply. They're able to borrow money and do so more cheaply. It means that they can expand, take on new staff, this sort of stuff. Well, it's sold right around the world. So actually, this lot is going to France, and the shipments here taken into Kuwait, Finland, all around the world. And that's the point. For business that can borrow more cheaply, they are a bit more optimistic. Why is this all necessary? Well, the Bank of England is worried that the UK could see an economic slowdown after that vote to leave the European Union. We've had figures for the service sector, manufacturing and construction, all suggesting a slump in orders and business in the wake of that vote in June. So what they're hoping is that cut in interest rates will give us as consumers a bit more money in our pocket, because we're spending less on things like our mortgage or our loan. And it will also give businesses the opportunity to borrow cheaply and expand. So the hope is that will give the economy a bit of a boost. That will see us through the worst of the uncertainty after the vote to leave the European Union. And that could help the economy bounce back. So we expect that decision at midday today. But just to reiterate, a cut we're expecting from 0.5% to 0.25%, the lowest on record. More from me a little later.
Look forward to it, Ben. Thanks very much. Ben's getting very excited putting all the sticky graphics on his own on the floors.
I like the way you think it's Ben who's doing that. I think maybe someone's doing that for him.
He has
What
a very, very good producer.
Yeah,
Very
I think
good
probably
producer
someone
indeed.
behind the scenes is helping him an awful lot.